Clarke. I'm running for city council right here in this district. I was a teacher, I was tenured, and I was let go during COVID when he overstepped his boundaries and tried to tell us what to do with our bodies. Eric Adams had to be the most corrupt man I have ever.
Concern is safety. Crime is on the rise. We don't see police presence, and no one feels safe. Everyone is looking behind them, looking beside them, and ultimately we're all scared. Where are the police? Funny enough, city council officials are saying that some neighborhoods are over-policed. Which one is it?
I just want to say that I stand with each and every one of you against this fight.
Back over here. Good ahead. I would like to welcome Athena Clarke. Is it how you say it? You don't say the E in it.
Yep.
And that. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Athena Clarke. I am a early childhood special education teacher. I worked for the city of New York for about 7 or so years, and I was tenured. And unfortunately, when COVID happened and New York implemented a mandate, I lost my job.
So they wouldn't let you have the religious thing, or
No. So when they implemented the mandate, they did say you can file or apply for a religious or a medical exemption. However, we all knew that they were pretty much going to deny everyone's exemption, which is exactly what they did. They denied my religious exemption, and they denied it like right away. So if I sent it in today, which today is Monday, by tomorrow being Tuesday, I got a denial letter. And so very few people actually got a religious exemption.
well, so was your leaving the left a gradual thing, or?
Kind of. So my husband has always been an independent, maybe not always, but like when we met, he was an independent and he always watched the news. He was someone who's very like abreast in what's going on, but he never watched local news stations. He always watched different things on YouTube. And so at first I used to think he was crazy. I'm like, what are you watching? Why do you watch this stuff? And he used to fall asleep because he falls asleep in 2 seconds. And I would stay up and continue watching whatever he put on. And I always found whatever it is that he was watching, I always found it like very interesting. So it started to shift my perspective and how I looked at things. But ultimately, what made me like do the final leave was when the mandates happened and I was terminated.
Did any of it have to do with all the illegals coming in and getting all the free stuff and the crime going way up? And all
No, it was really just because of the mandate. I kind of left the party. Like I was still registered as a Democrat, but I would vote Republican for a while. And then when I was running for office, there was no way I would run as a Democrat. So that's ultimately like when I changed completely. The illegal immigrants and everything, that was kind of like the cherry on top. But I was already pretty much gone at that point.
Yeah.
We started letting them in.
Now, has your family moved with you? Are they still on the left?
That's a good. No one ever asked me that question before. So my sisters, yes. My mom, not so much. Which is actually really funny. So I have like this story that I like telling people. So when the mandate happened, the person who's running for mayor, Curtis Lewa, who's running again this year, he was running, he lost. So the next year, governor was running, and it was Zeldin and Hochul.
Mhm.
And Hochul was already in office, but she had to actually be voted in this time because she took over when Cuomo.
Yeah, for Como after he got pushed out for
Right, exactly,
leaving all the people in the nursing homes with the
exactly.
China virus thing.
And he's the reason why the medical exemptions were null and void for students. So anyway, when Zeldin was saying he was running, he had said that he would reinstate all of the workers.
Hmm.
And I told my mom, and she was just like, my sister called me and was like, "Mommy's over here saying that she can't see herself voting for a Republican." And I remember like marching into my mother's room, like, "How dare you say this? You've seen what I'm going through. This man is promising to give us all our jobs back." I'm like, I was terminated
Hmm.
unlawfully and it was wrong. How could you say you're not going to vote for him? And so then I stormed off. My sister called me maybe like 2 minutes later and said, "Mommy's putting her stuff on and she's going to vote." And so something that happened in New York, a lot of people assumed Zeldin was going to win. And he didn't lose by much. But everyone who was like, "Oh, he's going to win,"
Actually, the Democrats have like a 2 million vote margin, and it got pretty close
it
actually.
got
Within,
really close. It was like a couple of 100,000.
yeah,
And a lot of people were like, "Oh, I just thought he was going to win."
if
And
more
I'm like,
people believed he had a chance, he probably would have won actually.
well, it's
Because
between
there's
people
some
not
people that don't
thinking he
go
had
because they
a
don't think he has
chance,
a chance.
and it's also people who just automatically assumed he was winning. I don't know what there was like innate assumption, because even my mom was
Hmm.
like, "Oh, he's going to win. There's no way Hochul's going to win." But it's like, how can he win if you're not going out to vote? So a lot of
Well,
people
they
thought
stuff
like
the
that.
ballots a lot.
Yeah. So that's kind of
And
what happened. So not everyone in my family is on board, but my husband's on board, my sisters are on board, my best friend is on board, and that's really all I need.
So since you've been campaigning, have they started calling you a racist and all that kind of
No.
stuff? Oh, that's good. That's good.
Um, I mean, maybe I didn't get as big yet.
Yeah,
uh,
because
but
usually that's the first thing they do is call you a coon or
you
racist or
know what? I think it's like not to pull uh
race card.
the not even the race card, but the sex card. I think as a woman, it kind of helps a little bit. I know for a fact if I was a man, they would have definitely started already.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think because I'm a woman, it kind of changes things. And I mean, I feel like a lot of people see the writing on the wall, whether or not they want to admit what's going on. But you can see it. It's not rocket science. It's not something that isn't there. Like New York is not the same right now,
Yeah.
and I just think that people. I've I've been really blessed so far. Even with my encounters, I've met more people who are like, good for you, than people who are like, "Why are you doing this?" Like, so I've been blessed so far.
Yeah. Yeah. So you never thought you'd be a politician, did you?
No, I just wanted to teach. I just
Yeah.
wanted to be a teacher. If someone, even a year ago, if someone said to me, "Hey, you're going to be running for office," I would have laughed at them. This is, I wish people knew like how out of my realm this is for me. Like, I am such a quiet, keep to myself kind of person. Like, I will speak to people like I know, like it'll take me a while to like warm up to someone. But for me to even like go out and like make speeches, like I've never would have imagined that this would be my life.
Yeah. So how does it work running for the council? Is it the top five people go get on the city council, or how's it working? Like, what's your odds? Let's say, like, how many are running? You have to be in the top five or top 10,
So
or
New York is different. We have 51 council districts. So you
Mhm.
have one city council person from each district to represent your district.
Oh, okay.
So when I say like I'm running for city council district 46, my
Hmm.
district is 46, and then it includes the neighborhoods Canarsie, Mill Basin, Sheepshead Bay, Marine Park, Garrettson Beach. And that's pretty much how it's run. And then anyone can, run. You have to get your petitions and everything like that. And then you have your race. And so whoever wins, so like right now, the incumbent is in office. She's a Democrat. I'm running as a Republican. There was no other Republican, so there wasn't any primary. And then there was another Democrat that was running. She's running on it's really weird, but she's running on the conservative line and the Democrat line. So
How can
she
you? Oh, wait a minute. How can you be on the conservative line and the Democrat line?
so that happened before I was in the race, and I have no idea how that happened. But she's running on a
She got
Democrat
the
line,
before you
and
got in. That's probably
she got the
why.
conservative endorsement, and
Yeah, that's
so
like contradictory to each other, really.
right. And so she lost the Democrat primary, the incumbent won, but she's still on the conservative line. So it's three of us that's running for this particular district, but all the city council districts are pretty much up for grabs. This
Part of it is name recognition because people go into the booth and they might vote against someone they don't care for, but they don't know the other person's name and they tend not to.
Right. So
Uh,
that's what everyone is saying to me. Like, it's a lot about name recognition right about now.
yeah.
And luckily for me, like there's someone in Congress in New York, Yvette Clarke, who's already in office. So people tend to
Mhm.
think that we're related. She's a Democrat, but I don't
Oh,
care. I will take the name recognition as long as you vote for me.
yeah. Well, they recognize you and stuff in your name. Do they list your first name first on the ballot or the second?
First name.
First name. Okay, so you should be listed higher. That tends to help, actually. Believe
We'll
it or not.
see. That's what I heard too. Like if you're higher up on the ballot.
Yeah, because now on the ballot, will they let you pick more in the ranked choice voting or anything like that? Does that happen?
So it is ranked choice voting in New York. I'm not sure how it is with the city council. Like I know it's ranked choice voting for mayor, but I'm not sure with city council if there's a ranked choice voting or you just vote for the person that you want. Because
I,
most districts don't even have like another person running for them, running in that office. But
so
in
do
New
you
York, you have
do
like
you
four.
have a primary in the meantime?
I
Is
don't
there?
have a primary because I didn't have no one else was running Republican, and our primary is very
Oh,
much.
okay, I see. All right. So there's no date for the primary and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
there was
Just
for the Democrats, but not for me because I didn't have an opponent.
so tell everyone where everyone can find you. I got the link running across the top, but it's
Oh,
really long. I know
so
you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, and you're on Twitter.
yes, my Instagram and my Facebook are the same. It's Clarke Clarke, the number 4 council, and my website is www.2025clarkcitycouncil.com.
Someone said you look really young to be running. I think you're a little
Yes,
older than you look.
I am older than I look. I'm over 30 plus.
Oh, really? I would have guessed about 19 or 20 myself.
No, 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 no. No,
Wow.
no, no.
So you've been teaching for a little while.
Yeah, I was
Um,
teaching for a while.
Now on city council, do you have anything to do with them pushing the trans stuff in the schools or anything to do with that
So,
thing?
city council in New York is all about legislation. So, all the laws that get passed in New York, city council has a say in it. So, things like even the migrants, transgender, all of those things. Sorry,
No, you go ahead.
they do have a part to play. Like right now, something that happens in, I believe it's like District 2, which is in Manhattan. They have something called Drag Queen Story Hour. Um,
Oh, I know. And they take the little tiny kids in there.
yeah,
Kids in
and
kindergarten or younger.
that's something that goes on right now. It's funny though. So depending on like your district, those things won't happen because the parents and the community is so involved that they won't allow it. So if a
That's good.
district is more on the liberal side, then you'll see something like that. My district is more of a hub. There tend to be more, even though they wouldn't want to label themselves as conservative or constitutional, but my particular district, because it's filled with Caribbean, it's filled with Irish American, Italian American. So it's a big mixture. So a lot of my district doesn't believe in things like that. So even when it was pushed in the schools, even the teachers were like upset about it. So it didn't really get the kind of
The
recognition
problem is you
that
probably would get in trouble if you spoke out against it back then, could you?
so when that started happening, had already lost my job,
Hmm.
so I wasn't even there. I got like a couple of text messages from coworkers saying like these books came in all of a sudden, and it's like one of the titles was like it was like I think it was like a little boy in a mirror, and he's like, sometimes I dress like a girl or I feel like a girl. And I taught in elementary school. I taught first graders, so they were only 6.
Hmm.
So some teachers did speak out actually, and they went and they said like, I'm not teaching this to the kids.
Hmm.
And again, because of the neighborhood and the community, it was kind of an understanding like, well, you don't have to.
Yeah, they would have to get rid of half the teachers probably at
Right,
least.
exactly. Or the
Uh,
parents, because if parents start,
Out in California, they're actually hiding it from the parents, and they're going and getting the sex changes on these kids. The school is.
yeah,
It's that bad.
and I
Uh,
saw that too in some certain states. They're giving students these mental health checks, and they're telling the parents that they
oh,
can't.
they're actually the wrong sex and all this and that.
Yeah,
It's like almost 100% of the time they say they're the wrong sex, and whatever
yeah,
it is.
and so the parents can't see the information that the child is putting on the forms, and
Hmm.
because it's confidential, even though these kids are like under 16 years old.
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't a thing when you were in school, was it?
No, it definitely wasn't, and it
Totally
shouldn't be a
changed.
thing now because I just feel like, kids change. You change your mind. Adults change our minds all the time. So I
Yeah,
don't
it's too young to be deciding it totally.
because you
Anyway,
don't know. I feel like honestly, up until like 22 years old, you have no idea. Like depending on the kind of person you are, if you're someone that's easily swayed, up until like 22, 21, 22, you still have no idea like who you are. Like the person I am today, I was nowhere near being that person when I was 22. So,
yeah.
you
Well,
know,
a lot of your opinions have changed since the time when you were younger
a
until
lot
now.
of things have changed, right? I'm here running for office as a Republican. I would have never thought something like that, like me.
The-
No,
if your former self could see you now, you'd be upset with yourself
I
a bit.
think that sometimes I'm like, I wonder what I would tell my younger self. Like, I wonder if she's looking at me like, what are you doing?
You would have told your younger self, start watching this and this and this.
I would have told her to pay attention a little bit more, maybe invest in some stocks because you're going to lose your job in a couple of years
Yeah.
for
Trump's
standing up
right
for
about
yourself.
growth in the economy and stuff like that. Now, this mayor that's running, he wants to socialize the stores, and the stores that have done that out in Kansas City, there's nothing on the freaking shelves for anyone to buy.
So I've been told. But
Yeah.
even with right, the government runs the projects. Look at how that's run. Like so it's like what are you doing? That their only solution to everything is to just quote unquote give people free things and then there's no
No
incentive.
such thing.
There's no such thing and then there's no incentive to better yourself. It's just another form of control. That's all it is. It's giving the government.
Yeah, and you're leaving it terrible for the next generation. Where's the money come from? If you keep printing money, it becomes worthless.
Exact, and that's exactly what's happening right now, right?
In Venezuela, there's money laying all over the place. You can make over $2 million a month, and it's worth less than $2.
Yeah, and that's what they're
You
saying
get
now. Like,
baskets of money, and it's worthless because they just printed so much. And
yeah,
then you start eating zoo animals. Hopefully, you got a bunch of zoos there in case you get hungry. I don't know. It's
we
that
don't really
bad.
have that many zoos, and the ones I mean, the Bronx Zoo is pretty big, but most of our other zoos are pretty local, and I don't really want to eat, a raccoon or something.
There you go. Or a giraffe. There's plenty of meat there, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
I
Something
rather
like
not.
that. I'm joking.
I know.
So now, will the city council be able to stand up to this mayor if he gets elected? Is there stuff that you can prevent him from doing? And how does it
So
work? Do you work
every
together, or
everything is majority rules in terms of voting, but something that needs to
hi,
be
Colin?
observed in our city council, it's very I don't know what I can't think of the word. It's not balanced, pretty much,
Hmm.
right? So
The
it's
mayor has a lot of power.
not even yes, but no. The city council with the 51 seats, there are only about 6 Republican city council people.
Hmm. Well, you're
So
going to make it 7 at least.
thank you. So that's what I mean when I say like the scales aren't balanced. We're hoping because there's actually like a good amount of city council people.
Do you think all these other city councils will go along with it, this mayor, as far as he
Yes.
wants to go?
Though the yeah,
Where are they going to get the money for the free buses and the free this and free that? Where's that all going to come from?
allegedly he's going to tax the white neighborhoods.
Yeah.
and tax the rich. And I'm like, people
See
need.
how long before they move out.
I'm like, that's the point right there, right? The good thing about being rich, you can just pick up and leave. Like, it's
Yeah.
people like me that's stuck here who can't just get up and go and have a whole new life ready for them. And so that's what
Some people want to make a stand and try to fight too, you know.
and so that's what people are doing
I
now.
don't know if that would pass constitutionally too. Is that legal? Is there any laws in that, you know, that he can't just tax this area or something like that? How's he going to do it? Is it going to be on the forms if you're white, or is it going to be certain areas?
It's supposed to be certain areas, so he's going to target certain neighborhoods.
Hmm. Wow. If you were in those neighborhoods, you wouldn't like it. I know that. But a lot of those are the white liberals, so they're some of the worst that they're going to vote for him
Well, the
anyway.
thing is that the people who are agreeing with some of his policies aren't even the people who will benefit from what he's saying. And
Hmm.
what he's promising can't really be delivered either, but it just sounds good to people who are desperate,
Hmm.
because everyone's living paycheck to paycheck and can't make ends meet. And then the way they do things, it's so intentional because he's speaking about giving people free busing, for example, right
Hmm.
in the middle of MTA saying they're going to raise bus fares. So doesn't he seem more appealing now? Because now the bus is about to
Yeah.
be $3. Oh wait, but Mandami's going to give us free busing. So if we vote for him, we won't have to pay $3 for a bus. Mind you, he's been an assembly person and he hasn't passed anything. So if this was something that was really near and dear to his heart, he would have done something about it already.
Yeah. So you think he's doing it to get elected more than anything?
Isn't that why they all do it?
all too often they
Exactly.
say one thing and do another
Say
too, and
one
then they
thing, do
line
another.
their pockets because they get a deal with some of the stuff. You know, it's like,
They really get large deals because like myself, I'm running, it's a grassroots campaign, so everything is just us. Meanwhile, my opponent, she's getting so much money from Uber. She got almost $500,000 just from Uber alone in
why
campaign.
would they be supporting her over you, for example?
Well, one, she's already in office. Two, she's a Democrat. So the way New York is, like once they hear Republican, oh, you're not going to win, so we're going to back the Democrat.
All right, say they're giving her money. What are they going to get in return for that?
So we don't know what they're going to get in return, but the speculation is so right now in New York, they're changing a lot of the way our streets are ran. Like they're dividing up like the streets, like blocking off like crosswalks. They're calling it something called daylighting, where only like Uber
15-minute
pull
cities
over.
type crap. They don't want you
Yes,
traveling.
yes. So the what we're thinking that they might be gearing for is to do
Colin's got those 15-minute cities. He's from London watching.
uh,
Says don't let him do it.
we're trying. We're really fighting the city of yes, but we think Uber is basically
It
trying.
is about control. That's what they want to do.
They're trying to get like the cars to drive so that they wouldn't need drivers, and so they're trying to get so much people off the street.
Yeah.
We're thinking that's pretty much what Uber is trying to do. And in my neighborhood, we rely a lot of us drive because we're in something called a two fare zone. So we need to
Hmm.
take a bus to the subway. So most people in my district drive.
Are you near the Bronx, like near the Yankee
Nowhere near
Stadium?
the Bronx. Mm-mm.
No, nowhere's near that. I don't know New York quite well enough. So you're more the northern part of
South.
Manhattan, south part. Oh, because you're south of the Bronx then.
I'm in Southeast Brooklyn.
Okay, okay. So people know. Where about your district again? I know you covered it before, but some people have hopped on since then.
Okay. District 46. So that's Mill Basin, Marine Park, Canarsie, Bergen Beach, Garrettson Beach, Sheepshead Bay.
Yeah, and someone asked about donating to you. You don't have to be in your district to donate to you.
No,
You just have to be American in America.
yes.
That's it. That's it. Uh, so, how is it going with the donations and all that? Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
you probably don't need a
So,
huge amount of money, but you need some money to run
yeah. So
run
the
ads.
city does something called matching funds. And the way it works is that you need 75 donors in your district to
Hmm.
donate to you, and you need to raise at least $5,000. And then they multiply that by eight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
By 8, wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
It's
Are you
really
close to getting that or not yet?
so I have actually hit my threshold.
Okay.
But we put into, it's
But
called
you
this.
can add on to that.
Yeah, of course. When you
Okay, good.
add on, they match it. And we're just waiting to hear back to see if they approved everything, because we literally just put a disclosure in last week. So
Hmm.
waiting to just hear back and see if everything is all cleared, and we'll get our first payout in September. God willing.
Oh, someone asked if there's going to be any debates.
That is a good question. So let me tell you something about the Democrats in New York
They
City.
won't debate.
They won't debate at all. We have emailed her office on several occasions, and they just responded like one little "we'll be in touch" email, but there is no debate. There was even a forum in June prior to the primary, and I didn't need to participate because again I didn't have a primary, and she didn't even come to that. Neither did the other Democrat opponent either. They both didn't come to it. They do not debate.
How much support does this other Democrat have?
Not much.
I was wondering if she takes more away from you or from your incumbent person.
You know,
Incumbent is advantage usually.
I feel I don't know. I don't know if it'll be for
If
me more.
there's a lot of dirt on her, maybe not. You know.
Uh, I don't know. Some
Hmm.
people aren't happy with the current city council person just because, like,
That's
again,
surprising. As bad as things have been.
but there's like how you mentioned like the 15-minute cities. They call it City of Yes, here, and so
City of Yes.
yeah,
That
so
means you don't have to go very far to get anything or something.
exactly,
Yeah,
and
they don't
so
want you to go anywhere.
they don't want you to. They want you to be
They
confined
want
to your space.
control.
Yes. And so they're like trying to put homeless shelters in residential areas after telling people that it was going to be affordable housing.
They lie.
Yeah, they're bringing lithium
I
battery
found.
warehouses. That's another thing. Right in literally in people's backyards, like they can look out their window and see the warehouse. So things like that, they're not happy about. Like she did vote against the City of Yes, but that's as far as it went. She's not really fighting anything. She didn't pass any kind of legislation to go forth. There is supposed to be a meeting either next week or the week after. There's supposed to be like some kind of hearing with the mayor about the City of Yes, which I said is very convenient now that election time is rolling around, that they're quote unquote having this meeting.
Hmm. Well, now Hoko's banning any new natural gas. So your electric bills are like crazy high down there, aren't they?
So we keep almost
And they want to force you into electric only.
every week I get a bill from Con Edison saying, oh, this month your bill is going to be 15% higher, 5% higher, 10% higher. And that's exactly what they know. Everything that they do is so strategic to pigeonhole people, to make them feel like, oh no, this is a better
They
option.
want to make you dependent on government.
That's exactly what they want. And that's kind of the messaging that needs to go forth, that it's like, you don't want to be dependent on the government. I wasn't dependent on the government for my job, and they still overstepped their boundaries and took it. So if they can do that to me, they can do anything to any one of us at any given moment. And frankly,
Mhm.
electric stoves are terrible.
Someone asked if you're going to get your teaching job back, and if you want it back.
You guys, these questions are so
I'm
good.
sorry.
No, I actually really love it. I've never been asked that before. I mean, people have asked me in passing, but never on like
That's
a
a
show like
platform.
this.
Okay.
So, am I going to get my teaching job back? I don't know.
You're
So,
not going to take the jab to get it.
and I'm not doing that.
Thank God.
It's been 4 years. Let me just be clear. It's been 4 years since I've been out.
I'm thankful you didn't get it. I had a black woman that used to come on here from Canada,
Hmm.
and she was forced by the Canadian government because she had 4 kids to take the jab. She died 7 minutes later after getting the jab.
And it's
Lisa
stories like
Johnson. Her
that
name is Lisa Johnson.
that breaks my heart.
She used to come
And
on here all the time.
so no, so yeah, I would have to get the shot in order to
Even to this day, huh?
well, no, to this day, no, I
Hey,
wouldn't
John.
have to, but I would pretty much lose everything. So I was tenured. Um I had
Did
like,
you lose your pension and everything?
so my pension stayed, but it's not growing per se like that. But I took it out. I was fortunate enough that I didn't have to borrow from my pension to stay afloat.
Hmm.
because
You're
we
married?
weren't trying to buy a house, and we weren't, God does what he does. We weren't successful in that endeavor, and that's probably why, because he knew I was going to ultimately lose my job, and if I had a house, I would have no choice but to, do that. But it's been 4 years since I've been out of work. I've had several court cases because tenure law in New York is supposed to be ironclad, and you're not supposed to be terminated without due process. And that hasn't happened. My case went all the way to the Court of Appeals, which is the highest court in New York State, and they
Hmm.
ruled against me.
Well,
So
it's all Democrats.
they're supposed to be judges.
Yeah.
Isn't it supposed to be neutral territory?
Wasn't it Hochul that bragged about she has all of those judges in her pocket or something? And there was a hot mic moment or something.
Clearly, she does. So, in terms of getting my job back, that's part of my platform on why I'm running, because it's not just the teachers, it's other firefighters, it's cops, sanitation, who all were terminated without our hearings. So, part of that, of why I'm running, is to reinstate and compensate those fired workers, to change and to completely change the legislation behind what has happened, to back us in case, God forbid, something else were to ever happen. They can't just declare a state of emergency and say, like, oh, the government gets to step in now and decide certain things.
Hmm. Boy. So what's some of the first things you want to try to get past or push for? Or,
um Reinstate and compensate, like I just said.
mhm. No,
um
that's totally understandable on that. You probably got other teachers that lost their job that would like to come back.
a lot of people, there are several people. Like I said, I was fortunate because, yes, one, I mean, when I got fired, he was my boyfriend, but I had my boyfriend. But two, there were like firefighters and cops and everything. Like, people had to relocate. A lot of people had to leave New York because they couldn't work here. um there are firefighters who I know are homeless, which is insane, because when you remember the pandemic, it was
Oh,
the
that's so
cops
sad.
and the firefighters that were outside the most, um in the heat of that, and now they have no job, all because of this mandate. And then New York is also crying, saying how we need more cops. You would have more cops if you would
They were
bring.
the ones that wanted to ban the cops for a while. Get rid of all the cops. Now the one running for mayor wants to get rid of cops and have psychiatrists or some stupid thing.
And he has bodyguards. He has NYPD security. So I don't understand, like, which one is it? Do you want the cops or do you not want the cops?
Yeah. Someone asked. They're hoping that you're a mom and you have kids.
I am a mom. I only have one so far. I have a toddler. She's not even 2 yet. She'll be 2 in November.
Oh, thank God you didn't get him jabbed. I bet.
No,
Thank you.
he's all pure.
Yeah, pure blood. That is what
She's a
they call
pure, but she's actually a child.
it. How's she doing so far?
She is so smart. She, like, speaks in complete sentences already. It's
Homeschool, hopefully, if you can.
I have to, because she doesn't have. There's no exemptions here, so she has to be homeschooled. There's no choice.
Oh, you mean if she were to go into school there, you have to get jabbed still?
Yeah. Then Cuomo got rid of religious exemptions right in 2019,
I
right
I thought
before.
that was going away now that they've learned that this stuff kills you.
No, they're only saying for COVID. Like, there might be several steps to take now. Something just came out yesterday about applying for a religious exemption in New York. But if I wanted her to go to public school, which I don't want her to go to anyway, she would have to get shots.
Oh my God! And a lot of the other vaccines are bad. You know that it's turning out autism and all that kind of stuff is happening
Yeah, I
because of that.
think it's just like a combination of, like, environmental factors, and our food is garbage, right?
It is garbage.
Stuff we
Yeah,
put in our
well, a
food.
lot of the processed food is really bad. It's
Yeah,
bad
and
for you.
it's crazy because other countries don't do that, but for whatever reason, America just loves to kill us ultimately. Like, they're
And
just
the chemtrail stuff that's going on. I didn't believe
right.
that for the longest time now. Really, a lot of people approved.
Yeah,
Even in England, they're spraying. Bill Gates is making a lot of money now. England submitted. They're spraying the atmosphere, trying to stop global warming bullcrap. It's the temperature is controlled by the sun. The more storms there is on the sun, the warmer it
and
gets.
it's
Did
been
you know
like
the
that
whole even
since
Alaska was once a jungle, and then also the whole Earth has been frozen solid. It has to do with the sun. Really, we don't we have such a tiny part of changing the temperature. It's ridiculous. Florida was supposed to be underwater by now. You
Yeah,
know,
right. There's so many things that were supposed to happen
it's
that
all about taxing and taking control. That's what they're.
that's all it is. They just want to manipulate people. And I think even that's why like education is even different. The way they want you to teach the kids, like outside of, transgender, just like how they teach the kids to read, how they teach them how to write. Like everything is so
They're getting
different.
rid of cursive writing. How are you supposed to sign things in the future and
I
stuff
guess
like
you're not. You my
that? Write
initials.
an X on it or whatever.
Yeah,
Someone
you
can forge
write
your
your
stuff.
initials, I guess, is what they want for these kids, but they're basically setting them up for failure ultimately.
Did you see there was a black woman that graduated with high honors, and it turns out she couldn't read or write. She was
I
talking.
did. And
You
she
did see,
sued them.
huh?
And she sued them.
Yeah,
She
she should
sued
too.
because she's like, how did I get all these degrees?
She could talk to the phone and it could read to her. She didn't learn how to read or write,
Yeah,
anything like that. Sorry about my
it's
phone.
okay. And it was when I saw that I was like, huh? I'm like, but how is she suing? And she's like, I'm illiterate. I didn't know. But even in the school system now, because like I said, like I'm far removed because I'm not teaching. But like my teacher friends, they told me like, before they used to grade kids on the report card a level 1, 2, 3, or 4, 4 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Now they're going back to doing percentages like they used to do back when I was younger. But failing, I think like 65 is the lowest you can get, but to be passing. But let's just say the child is failing, the lowest you can give them is a 64.
Wow. Can't
Exactly.
get below 64?
You can't get below a 64 because it might hurt the child's self-esteem.
Yeah, they're doing too much of that. Really, you gotta.
And that's
I
the
would say if you get in 64, maybe a little extra tutoring, that kind of stuff.
and
A
but that's the thing, right? Because that's what you're going to like
lot of
parents
that has to
know
do with
this.
behavioral in school too, paying
Yeah,
attention and trying to.
right. But as a parent, like if my daughter came home and I saw a 64 and passing at 65, I'm just gonna think, okay, you're fine. Like, I get
Just
you
need a little bit more, right?
right. When in reality, your average is a 30.
Yeah,
That's a big difference. But
yeah.
that's what they've done a lot. And even during COVID, that was a huge thing when they were doing the online teaching. They were just letting these kids get a pass. Like all they had to do was do their attendance for the day, and that was it. And they get to pass, and they got pushed up to the next grade.
Now trade schools that now they've ended that a lot in a lot of our schools up this way. Do you believe in trade schools?
I love trade schools. I think they need
Like
to bring,
learning carpentry and
yeah, I think they need to bring those things back because you have people who are going to college, right? They're putting
too
themselves
many
in so
people
much,
trying to learn the same thing, teaching the same thing.
right, but they're going into so much debt, and then
Hmm.
they get out of school, they're only making 70 grand a year. You can
They
be a
don't even end up doing like what is it, 2% end up doing what they really took or something like
exactly. It's
that.
not very common for people to graduate and go into the field that they're in. But if you were in a trade school and you found something that you love, you eventually become. You know how many plumbers we need?
Yeah,
How much it costs to have a plumber?
we don't have to have illegals come in and frame, and that's what I do for a living.
Exactly. But
Constructing.
they
The
made people feel like those jobs aren't good enough. Like, oh, that's not a good enough job, and that's completely not
I say
true.
it pays pretty good,
It
you
pays
know,
so good,
and it
and
doesn't
and
cost all
people
that
are
college. You can
incentivized.
learn that high school level and go and start working when you get out of high school. Work for
And I
someone
think
else.
they need to bring that back, especially for like those children, like we said, that have issues paying attention. Something like doing carpentry or something that they can do with
Hands on.
exactly. That will be perfect for them.
I agree.
They
I
should have
agree.
never they should have never gotten rid of trade schools. But like I said, they purposely did things like this so that people can be dependent. Because
Well,
how
they
many
want to
people
bring in
you need
illegals to do a lot of those jobs too.
and then you don't have to pay them for it, pay them well.
Yeah.
So again, it's just like a vicious cycle of how can we manipulate and control everyone.
Someone asked if you're a Trump voter.
I did vote for Trump. Yeah,
Good job. That's a long swing. I bet you back in 2016 you hated him or
I
something.
did.
You hated him?
But I was happy with my taxes though.
Yeah. And there was the economy did grow up
It
until the
did.
China virus
I
and
honestly, under Trump was probably in my adult life, probably like financially and everything was probably like the happiest time. Like I'm happy now because like I'm married and I have like my daughter and stuff like that. But I'm
Hmm.
in terms of like not thinking about like having this huge gray cloud over my head was Trump. I used to fill my tank up for like $30, and it wasn't even. And it was like the what
It's
number
come
was it?
somewhat
The
back
middle.
down, not quite far enough yet, but
It,
now that's tax more. Out in California, they're paying that, but since it came down, they went and taxed it more and changed regulations. Next, there's 65 cents per gallon out
mm,
there. And don't be California. Don't let it happen.
we're
So
trying, but New York and New York, California, and Chicago. We're like neck and neck with the
they're
same
having the
city.
competition and driving
Yeah,
the crap hole
basically,
at worse.
like who can be
Now,
more asleep?
yeah. Now, how much has changed since you were a kid in your neighborhood? Has it gotten worse, or with crime and all that kind of stuff?
It's changed. I mean, it's changed a lot. In my opinion, like I mean, it's Brooklyn, so my
Mhm,
neighborhood is somewhat on the safer side, but it's changed. Crime has increased. When I was younger, you used to like know everyone on your block. I don't
mhm,
know anyone anymore. Like I think I only still have the same two neighbors to the left and to the right and across the street. But
mhm.
everyone else moved out. There's so many more cars, like you can't get parking like that. So many more buildings now, so many more businesses. Um,
They closed a lot of stuff down that used to be open that was looking
a
popular?
lot of small businesses, especially on like the main strips, have closed. So I might post it later. I actually have a video, and you just see like a long line of closed stores and stores that are still closing, or restaurants or businesses. It's so much money. Like I know someone who had a business, and her rent was $10,000 a month.
Someone asked if you're seeing much of a Muslim invasion in your area.
Um, I just seen an influx of everyone. I feel like a lot of people are just moving. Like the neighborhood, when I first moved, my neighborhood was predominantly white. Now it's a mixture. I see Asians, I see Muslims, I see white people. It's a mixture.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know if it's for better or for worse. If it's illegals, I'm not for it. If they did it the legal way, I'm fine because but,
I think they're legal, but I'm not. I don't walk up to them and say, "Hey, are you here legally?"
well, sometimes you can tell somewhat.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think they're here. They don't look like they're running from anything. And my neighborhood is residential. It's all houses.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah, it's
good.
houses. It's not a lot of apartments or anything.
Although it's with all the regulations and things they're doing, it's causing rent to go crazy, right?
Yeah, so they changed like so the person that is running on the Republican line for Brooklyn Borough president, she's a realtor, and so they changed the regulations. Like before, you would have to when you rent or buy, you would have to pay your first month's rent, your last month's rent, and your security, and in that the realtor would get paid. So now they took it away, and so now it gets pushed into your rent. So they made it seem like, oh, we now you don't have to pay three
So
times.
your first payment is lower, but your regular every monthly payment is higher, and in the long run, you're paying more.
You catch on quick.
Yeah, especially if you're there for more than a year or two.
Yeah. So that's how they get you. Like, oh great, I don't have to save up, $8,000 anymore. And it looks great on paper, but when you really sit back and do the math, you're missing out. You're not
It
getting to
should have been like your rent is a certain amount, and that payment could be done in smaller payments until you get that paid off. It shouldn't be forever.
But do you see how easily you came up with that solution?
Yeah,
But
really do.
they don't really want solutions. It's not solutions that they're looking for. They're looking to make our lives harder.
Yeah, all that free busing, the money's got to come from somewhere. So you're going to pay more in taxes or something somewhere to pay for all that stuff.
And the
You know,
thing is
at
that
some point you run out of other people's money.
yeah, but that's what's going to happen, right? Because right now the gap between the middle class doesn't really exist anymore, right?
Yeah, they want to get rid of the middle class.
But that's
They want
that's what
poor and
people
rich. That's it.
that's what will happen though, right? Because the rich
The
people are
global
going to
stuff.
leave. They're not going to stay here. And you're just going to continue to tax the middle class, and the middle class is going to be non-existent. But the middle class, and it sucks because the middle class is kind of what carries the burden, and that kind of levels the playing field. So when you get rid of the middle class, that means you want the middle class to become poor ultimately, and
Yeah,
just
they can control the poor.
yeah. And that's basically what they want. That's how they want to run New York.
And so that got to go for the government handouts, which is your own money,
Yep.
basically.
That you don't have access to because here,
Yeah,
like in terms of
they
like
want to
health,
control that money.
right, in terms of like health insurance, food stamps, I had a coworker and she doesn't even make $40,000 a year. Somewhere in New York,
Well,
$40,000 a year.
here 40,000 you could get by on, not in New
Right.
York
In New
City.
York, you cannot really like people do
Your
it.
food's
I don't know.
more. I'm in upstate New York. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I did
Li-
not.
I live about an hour from Niagara Falls.
Okay. I went to
Between
Niagara.
Rochester, I don't know if you know where Rochester is.
Uh-huh, I do.
About a half hour west of there, between Niagara Falls and Rochester, kind of.
Yeah.
Closer to Rochester, a little bit.
Okay. But like
I
I
was
was
born
saying,
out that way.
she makes $40,000, not even $40,000, but let's just say 40, and she
Mhm.
has children, and so she had food stamps. She got a little raise, and they took her food stamps away.
How much of a raise you talking about?
Like
A
an
lot of
extra
people won't
job,
work just so they can keep their government assistance.
but that's ultimately what happens to some people. Some people will say, okay, well now I need to go work more. But a lot of people say, oh, I can't do certain jobs or do certain things because then I'm going to lose my assistance.
They're so used to being on it too.
So before
At least
I
they're taking the junk food away from on
yeah,
EBT cards.
they really upset.
That's a good one. That's good.
I used to judge people who would say like, oh, I'm gonna lose my assistance. Like, well, I don't get assistance. But now when you think about it, when you look at how much money things cost,
Hmm.
that's exactly the plan, right? That's how you get people trapped on it because it's like
Yeah,
the
it makes
moment
you
you make
dependent.
just a
They can
dollar
control
over.
anyone who's dependent because they can always campaign saying, "Oh, so and so is going to take away your assistance." You know.
Exactly. As soon as you make just a dollar over, which really doesn't mean anything, they
Yeah.
take it right away from you. You don't get to adjust, you don't get to change, and that shouldn't that shouldn't be allowed either. Even for healthcare, right? You make over a certain amount of money, now all of a sudden you got to pay $600 a month for
When I
health.
was a kid, you used to be able to go to the doctor and you might have a bill you'd have to pay in the mail every month for a little while. It wasn't that expensive to go, when I
Yeah.
was a kid. I
Now,
grew up in a family of 8 kids myself. So I'm from the 50s. And then I wanted to show your website here.
oh, thanks.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about this and everything. Any issues here that you want me to point out here? Your
Um,
District 46.
mhm.
And you talk about your vaccine thing. Protect parental rights. That's huge for a lot of people watching.
Yeah,
Parental rights. She's for
of
that
course.
school and the government
I'm
can't.
a mom. I'm a
Yeah,
mom.
yeah, totally.
I'm a mom.
That's a big one for everyone listening. I know that we've done shows on this, and they were strongly against. You want to know what they're being taught in school and all
Yes.
that kind of stuff. All that.
You should have a say so in what your child is being taught and what they're bringing home. You shouldn't be able
Mhm.
to pull my 8-year-old kid and teach them about things that
No boys in the girls' bathrooms.
definitely not. And that's they're again. My district is a little different, but they're fighting really hard in Manhattan against this because they really want the boys in the girls' locker rooms. I don't
And
know why
playing
they do
sports
this.
too. That's not right. No
And
guys in women's
And the one
sports.
I don't understand like the logic with certain things because
Well, somehow they believe if they think they're a girl, they are a girl. Some stupid thing. They have, the different chromosomes. They have the X chromosomes and no XY. You
why?
know.
Yeah, it's biology, but
Eh,
we trust the science with the COVID shot, but we don't trust the science when it comes to human anatomy.
So you can contact her here and donate. If I hit that, well, that okay, yeah, it goes right to it. Okay, good. So and you have other here. So in case it's even $5,
Yeah,
every little bit helps,
it does,
and
but
stuff
then
like
it's
that.
multiplied 8 times.
Oh, 8 times. So if you
Mhm.
donate $1, it's $8. So
Yes, it is.
so $10 is $80.
Yes,
There you go. So and your opponent's already got a lot of
she's already
money
at
from the
half a
left.
million. We're not even in November yet.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can win this without a lot of money, though. You can do it. Did you have any events planned coming up, or things
I
we're going to
have
be on?
a back to school drive, which is next week Tuesday. I have to update the website with it. Um,
Okay.
that'll be in Canarsie, and then I have a fundraiser on September 6th as well.
Hmm.
And I mean, this isn't really an event, but we're oh, it's an event enough. It's more like a fundraiser. That's what I should say. It's more like a fundraiser. And
Hmm.
what you're going through now is just all the different people that are
That are
running.
running. I was trying to find your name here. I know it's a little ways down here. This isn't all running for this position. These
Yeah,
are different districts and stuff.
yeah,
And that. So they don't have you grouped together. Here you are.
yeah.
So
Because
and
it goes in
there's
alphabetical order. Yeah.
contribute goes right back to that. Okay.
Yeah, it's all the same thing because you have to donate through Contribute. So
Yeah.
even if you don't go to my website, you can go on to contribute.nyc.votes and you can find.
Can anyone volunteer to help? Do you have like
Yes,
a
please.
office or anything?
I don't have an office, but
Or in your home? Yeah, right
you
now.
can email, you can call, you can text, and you can tweet.
Yeah.
And I will gladly, we're going to start going
That's
around
how I started talking to you. I think it was either Twitter or Facebook, one or the other.
Facebook.
Facebook. Okay. Um, definitely. Her phone number's right here. I'll
Yes,
try
it
to
is.
highlight it. And for those ones listening, it's 646-493-5093. And message me if you didn't get it.
Yeah,
Okay. And she's a very open person. Absolutely.
thank you.
Totally open. To show a little bit about yourself. Um, and you grew up in a big family or a small family?
What's considered big?
I don't know, eight?
No, then we're small. Three girls. My parents had
Three?
three girls.
Oh, okay. We were mostly boys. I
Oh,
had six boys, two girls. One of my sisters died. It was
oh,
on Christmas Eve back in 76 or
oh.
60, 69. 69.
I'm sorry to
Um,
hear that.
yeah, she got sick for Christmas, and she was sick for a whole month.
Oh,
It was
wow.
a bad Christmas, but
That's a horrible Christmas.
yeah, it is. So, oh, here's your events page.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it has to be updated.
okay.
Yeah.
You got some links in that stuff. So how are we gonna get into a debate with this? Uh, who you run against? Still,
Honestly, all I can do is email because according to the rules, the only office that has to debate is the mayor or the governor. Like city council members aren't required to debate you. The borough presidents aren't required to debate you. Public advocate, only mayor, which is insane, but that those are the rules. I
now what I've done before is it say they won't debate you. Is what I'll have like the candidate come on, and then we'll play clips of what the other person you're running against says, and then you get to debate that, and then we'll play another clip if you want to do something like that.
Oh, that's I like that playing clips of things that she said in the past.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Do you have anything like that, or say it's only in post? Maybe we can read a little bit of what she said, and then say I'm
Look
against this,
to find like different things that she said about certain things.
or what she's for.
Yeah,
You're
she
against.
doesn't. She like avoids it. No, none of them. None of them will debate.
Has she ever passed anything good?
No, all her pieces of legislation are very vague and weird. She she passed jaywalking. She made jaywalking legal.
Jaywalking legal.
Legal.
Well,
She legalized it.
uh, that's not good for people driving.
So so two things with that, right? A lot of people didn't even realize that jaywalking was illegal, or they knew it was illegal but didn't care anyway and still did it because that's just how people are in New
I
York.
could see it being a small offense, but it has to be
Right. So
something.
it's not like a huge thing, but she legalized it and it's it's actually ironic to legalize it just because there's so many hit and runs that happen lately, especially now with all these we have so many little scooters and bikes and all these different things that are occurring. So it's like you legalizing jaywalking, so now people aren't crossing at the crosswalk like they need to, but also people who did jaywalk, like that was kind of a way for the police to be able to have like probable cause if they suspected someone of doing something, and
Mhm.
now they can't do that anymore because jaywalking is legalized. So she passed jaywalking. She did something for sickle cell anemia. She was a nurse, so a lot of her policies are rooted in nursing. She has some other policy for immigration.
Do you want to
Uh,
name this person so they know the name, or no?
oh, my opponent is Mercedes Narcisse. She's the current.
And she's had one term or two terms?
She's had 2 terms. This will be her final term before she terms out.
Oh, okay. So
If
they
she
have a
loses this term,
term
this
limit.
will this will be it for her. She can't run again after this.
Someone that's asking, saying, please keep running, even if you don't win. You know, that you run
Thank
again. You
you.
know, Lincoln lost 3 of his races.
That's
He
what
won 2
I've
and lost.
I've been told, but I really like, and people said it to me before. They're like, "Well, even if you don't win, you can run again." And I'm
Well,
like,
you should,
you
because
know,
he's definitely a good candidate.
thank
Absolutely.
you. But like
Yeah.
I said, I never thought about being a politician. It was just really I wanted to right this wrong that happened to so many people because of aside from like me having to get the shot to keep my job, like just think about the businesses that had to be closed. You had to show a vaccine card to go to a restaurant. It was
A
insane.
vaccine card, really?
Yeah, yeah,
To get into a restaurant? That
yeah,
was because of the mayor said ordered that, or
yeah.
was that the city council,
That
or
was the
both?
mayor. So the mayor made it a mandate, but the city council didn't fight him on it. And a mandate is not a law.
That
So
sounds like something Como would do. Now he was going to run for mayor, and he's not going anywhere. Como?
he's running for mayor still. Yeah, he's here.
Oh, you still?
He's still in the
He-
race for now
yeah, but he lost bad in the
in the primary.
primary.
Yeah. So
So what's he running as? He can't be running as a
independent.
Democrat, huh?
He's independent.
Oh, independent. Now, will he siphon off enough votes? Isn't it Curtis running there?
Yes, he was running Republican.
He is running, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So does he have any shot if they split the vote?
I think he has a shot.
You
Like,
know,
and
is Eric Adams running again?
he's running independent.
Okay,
He's like at
that
8.
might divide the vote 3 ways before Curtis has a
It's
shot there.
Mondami, Cuomo, Adams, then Curtis. Yeah,
That's going to get some turnout for you. Turnout's important. You
it is.
know, in these city council races, uh, 400 or 500 votes makes a huge difference.
They
If you
do.
get your friends and all that, email them. If you know anyone from that area. I'm upstate New York, so I can't help you out there
Hmm.
unless I'm broke. All
But
right, so
that's the plan. Get everyone to tell their friend, their cousin, vote.
let's see if you have a big family, maybe they'll all come out and vote for you. Do most of your relations
My
live
husband's
in your
side
district?
has a lot of people in our district.
That's coming out.
My
So you
side,
got some endorsements? Maybe you can name drop a little, or
so Teachers for Choice, they're an organization. Michael Caine is the one of the founders, and they're an organization that lost their jobs during COVID, and they kind of are the way I got in contact with just different people, various people. And so they have like a really big pull in terms of uh, getting people out there, getting people's names out there. The DJT club that is right underneath the Teachers for Choice, that's the club I'm a part of, my attorney, and the 5 of us who had that court case I was talking about at the Court of Appeals. We started that club literally in February.
mm-hmm.
And we've been going good actually for a new people don't realize that we're a new club. They think we've been around for a while. I'm like, no, we've just got here in February, and they endorsed me. I am like their first actual like the candidate that came out of the club per se.
Mm-hmm. First one to go. Now, have you red pilled anyone?
We're trying. We're trying.
It's tough in New York.
It's tough in New York. It is tough because I just think like also just like the culture of New York. And
Mm-hmm.
also like some people, like I've met a lot of people when I was petitioning that said, we were Republican and we vote Republican, but if we don't, because we never have primaries, we miss out on being able to vote in the primary. So they registered Democrat to be able to vote in the Democrat primaries.
Mm-hmm. Oh
So
wow! So they didn't know you were running, or what? What was the story on that?
no, they just changed to Democrat like years ago. That happens a lot because again, like I said,
My wife had that happen. She was a Republican, and then she goes in and found out that someone had switched her thing to a Democrat.
Oh no,
Somehow
they
that happened
forced
on her.
Democrats to be able to vote in the primary.
Oh, that's what they did. That
Yeah,
okay. I
and
gotcha.
then when it comes to the general election, they vote Republican.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. Well, that's good. Maybe you got a much better shot. So, what vote numbers do they usually get for these types of races? Is it like 2,000, 3,000
No,
for a,
more.
more than that? Okay.
Hmm.
I didn't know what. Well, my brother was highway superintendent, and his race would be about 2 or 3,000 to win it. But that's a small town. I
Yeah,
don't know how big your district is really. Um, so, how
Brooklyn
many votes do you need
Brooklyn is
basically?
pretty big. I need like around 360,000, I think.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
We
Oh,
have we're pretty
that's
dense.
like almost going for a house seat in the
Yeah,
federal government.
we're you know,
Pretty big.
yeah.
Okay,
New York is small, but like the cities are big.
concentrated. Yeah.
Yeah, very concentrated, but turnout has been low. Um, but I think I don't know. Like
It's
this
still going to be
election is
turnout then.
this election is a big deal, but a lot of New Yorkers are just tired. So you meet a lot of people who are just like, I'm not voting, I'm not voting, I'm not voting, I'm not voting.
So you have something here about a virtual town hall.
Yeah, that was in July.
Oh, you already had that.
Yeah.
So that was a video virtual town hall.
Yes, it was virtual. It was
What?
like this.
Oh, okay.
And then I had
Do you
on.
have a recording of that? Is that something you want me to replay on the channel?
Um, I
Is it
don't
worth
have
it?
the recording on me right now. Like it's
No, no,
recorded.
no, no, not this minute. I mean for
Oh, I
future.
could send to you. Yes, I could send that to you.
Is it worth replaying or not? Did it come out good or?
It came out well.
Oh,
I had a good enough, but I might send you the speech I did recently at the club. That
okay.
might be a better one.
Well, whatever helps you the most, is
Thank you.
I'm thinking, this and that. So, um, okay. Anything I should be bringing up and I'm not remembering on your official website?
No,
Something
you.
about join us at what's this experience?
Oh, that's my fundraiser that I said I'm having on
Mm-hmm.
September 6th. So
Mm-hmm.
it's in Canarsie. Um, it's at
Whereabouts is that?
hmm.
Where's Canarsie? Whereabouts is that?
What bus?
Whereabouts is that? Whereabout is it?
Uh
North, south, what
oh well, it's all
location?
southeast Brooklyn. I am not the best person in terms to comes to direction,
Okay.
but my district is southeast Brooklyn. Um, but yeah, it's in Canarsie. It's a coffee shop. I plan on doing like a little lesson on civics. A lot of people don't realize like how much the city council, how important our city council is in New York City. I know everywhere is different, but our particular city council does hold a lot of power, and people just kind of pay attention to presidential elections, maybe the mayor,
It all matters.
and I'm like, the position wouldn't exist if it didn't matter.
Yeah. September, maybe Paloma will be there. She can help you with the Latino vote. She ran for a house seat out in California.
Yeah.
She's Latino and brings a lot of Latino votes. She's going to be in New York City then. Maybe she can come to it. I'll talk to her.
Oh, I
So
would
she's
love.
got a big following too. I'll have her go live with me and she can play it.
Oh,
We'll play
thanks.
it live
That
on
would
these
be nice
channels.
if she's available.
Yeah,
I have no
she
complaint.
goes by Paloma for Trump. Actually, she's
You
got
said
dual citizenship, both
you said
Mexican and American.
Colombo?
Paloma
Oh, Paloma. Okay.
for Trump.
That's on her like Instagram or
Mostly you see her on Facebook, but
Facebook. Okay.
she's gone live with me a million times. She used to do the border issue when tons of illegals were coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So she used to cover that a lot, and I'd play it, and sort of like we're doing now. I used to use StreamYard back then, but now
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
yeah, they charge a fortune. uh, so if that helps, you looking her up? Go for it.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead. Close friend, very good friend.
Okay.
She comes on here kind of often.
Okay. I'm back.
Okay. Well, you can go ahead and play a little bit if you want. Or the people watching will know her. Absolutely. And she's going to be in that area. Maybe I can get her to come to your event and go live and that kind of stuff, you know? So,
Yes, pass my info along. Show her, please.
yeah, I totally will. I'll try to talk her into coming. You know, you know, it'll get you some Latino vote. I don't know how much Latino you have in your area. So,
Our area's actually pretty
hey,
split.
Gregory,
You know,
what's that?
I said we're actually pretty split uh, between black and white. Like it's like 44% black, 43% white, and then the rest is like miscellaneous.
And that should make no difference to who you vote for.
Nope,
Absolutely.
not even a little bit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, it's like,
yeah. We're done with the race card stuff.
yeah, no, I think
Both
people.
ways, both ways. It don't matter.
Yeah, I think now everyone is. Well, I hope now people are like paying more attention
It's
to
the
just
policies that matter,
the
really. It totally
policies
does.
that matter.
Yeah,
I
you got to
guess
do this.
we'll see in November how much they're paying attention.
Yeah, we're totally see. I don't know if your turnout's good. It's a good sign for you, probably, right?
I would think so.
Yeah. So, do
I
you
would.
want to do that thing where you bring up some of our policies and then you talk about them? We'll set up maybe 15, 20 things that you want to do in the near future.
Can you repeat that one more time? Sorry.
Okay, I said, do you want to do that in the future where since she won't debate you, we'll
Hmm.
bring up what her
I think
position
I
is on some.
will. Yeah. So we were thinking about different ways that we could like navigate a debate since she won't actually debate me. But I actually really like that idea of just either bringing up, her
Yeah,
policy.
we could actually show that on the screen, and
Yeah,
then you'd say what your position is.
yeah. I think that's a good idea because then it won't. It also won't be like I'm picking on
A
her.
lot of people don't know what the issues are in your campaign. I mean, why you're running against this other person
Hmm.
to win, and why you think you'd be the better candidate, and you can explain this is why this person's this way, and they're bad.
Hmm.
That they're bad for you, and why you're definitely
Yeah,
good.
I like that. I think. I mean, it's her policy, right? So you can't say it's not right.
Yeah,
So I
I
think that's actually really good because it'll be something that was either said or written or whatever the case, or doesn't exist. Like, why doesn't it exist either, right? Because even for fired workers, for example, there was something called Resolution Number 5, and it was basically just to get everyone back to work, and the city council had to either vote yes or no in favor of it, and
she voted no.
she didn't vote in favor of it. So
She
even that,
voted no then.
yeah. So her name
Any
is
excuse why?
there was no.
Was she one of the mask pushers that when everyone forced to
I'm
wear a
pretty
mask?
sure since she was a nurse, um,
Well, yeah, I
but
could imagine.
there was no reason why. But oddly enough, my teachers union, has donated money into her campaign.
Hey, Miriam. So some latecomers coming in here. So, yeah, boy, that sounds like fun. Actually, doing we'll line up a whole bunch of stuff on the candidates because I know it'd be a better comparison. Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
If you,
and I think the way you put it actually makes sense.
we'll
Ooh,
do it sort of like a virtual debate.
yeah, or we could even have it in person. Someone could stand up there and read what she said, and I and I just debate the person standing there. But whatever, I like that. I'm going to bring that to
Oh,
the
you got to take off here in a minute, okay? I
team.
got you. I just seen the message. All right, everyone, definitely follow her. Again, where they can follow you for those that came in late. I
If
see
you
Marianne.
go to Twitter or Instagram, it's Clarke, CLARKE, the number 4 council. And as far as Facebook, it's just Athena Clarke. And my website is 2025 Clarke, CLARKE,
Hmm.
2025 Clarke for council.com.
And in the
No, no,
46th district, right?
2025 ClarkCityCouncil.com. Sorry.
That's the 46th district in
Yes,
New York
46th
City.
district in Brooklyn, New York, and those neighborhoods are Marine Park, Mill Basin, Canarsie, Garrettson Beach, Sheepshead Bay.
Okay, very cool. It was a very big pleasure having you on, and that God bless you for what you're doing, and I'll
Thank
definitely have you back. Okay.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Well, take care. God
Okay.
bless everyone. Bye bye. Hang on for just a second.